Hey everybody, Lynn Furman here, your weight loss and empowerment coach. And a question that I have gotten a lot lately that I thought might as well share with everyone is, does when you eat really matter? So here is the way I approach it for myself and with my clients. So there is a lot of buzz about intermittent fasting, or as some people call it, IF. And does it really work? All right, so here's my thought. Intermittent fasting, if you are not familiar with it, is where you eat within a certain amount of time. And then the rest of the time, the only thing that you really drink or eat is water with nothing in it. All right, so true intermittent fasting is where you have at least a 12-hour stretch, at least. Most times, you do a 16-hour 16-hour fast. I'm getting tongue tied. 16-hour fast, okay, where you're not eating or drinking anything with any calories. Okay, so basically the only thing you can really have, maybe a little tea if you don't put anything in the tea, or black coffee with nothing in the black coffee if you want to do true intermittent fasting. So water, coffee, tea with nothing in it, for 16 hours. And then in the 8-hour window is where you eat all of your needed calories and nutrients for the day. Does it work? Yes, it does. Is it sustainable? Yes, it is. Is it easy? No, it's not. And here is my thought. I have done intermittent fasting from time to time just to kind of shake up my metabolism a little bit. But for me and my lifestyle, it doesn't really work that well. At least the 16 to 8 ratio does not. However, some people truly believe all you need to do is fast for 12 hours. Okay, so 12 hours of eating, 12 hours of fasting. That's your 24-hour day. Naturally, a lot of people can just do the 12 hours. Okay, that just naturally. And here is how. Okay, so say you wake up at 5 a.m. All right. For myself, normally a typical day, I get up, I do my morning routine of gratitude, reading, writing out lists. I drink water first thing in the morning, and then I either, do my cross training, weight training, or I go for a run, whatever it is that day. Naturally, I usually do not intake any calories until at least 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. That's just how, when I usually eat breakfast, I don't eat first, like right away, typically. My body doesn't feel that it's hungry at that point in time. So I don't eat. So I'm just naturally still fasting. Okay. So then once I start eating, that's when your window really truly starts. And so then you're saying, well, Lynn, 12 hours, okay, 8, 9 o'clock. So you have until 8, 9 o'clock at night. You're correct. So some nights I'm not eating dinner till 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. That's just how it works out. Some nights it's closer to 8 o'clock. All right, depending on our schedules. And that's fine. However, that means no snacking then after dinner. And what I have found is a lot of times nighttime snacking, at least for myself, a lot of clients that I've worked with, nighttime snacking is a ritual. You're not actually hungry. Let me say that again. You're not actually hungry. It's just kind of a behavior, it's a ritual that for some reason we learned. I know growing up, my dad, we always had dinner and then we would have like dessert and then another snack before bed, like right before bed. And that's probably one of the worst things you can do if you're trying to lose weight. Now, I still sometimes do, depending on my window. and whether or not I'm actually really hungry. Okay. So, as you know, I've been training for a marathon. I ran my marathon, it's now done. But when I'm putting in that kind of training, I tend to get hungry and stay hungry longer. Okay. Not necessarily first thing in the morning, but like later in the day. So, I might have like a piece of fruit or a little yogurt or something. And that usually would hold me over. But I'm still typically in that 12-hour window. So technically, I guess you could say I do intermittent fasting if you look at that, but I don't restrict myself. So if I am hungry at 10 o'clock at night or like I'm out somewhere and I haven't eaten dinner, I'm still going to eat. Okay. But going back to the true intermittent fasting, what people consider the 16 and 8, it is not easy if you're waking up super, super early and get hungry as soon as you wake up. Okay. And if you work until 5, 6 o'clock at night, it probably won't work for you. And that's okay. It's not a one size fits all. Your weight loss journey is not a one size fits all. The whole key to intermittent fasting and why people really believe it works, the science behind it, is because during that fasting window is when your body is using more fat cells. Okay. So yes, you will lose weight. Will you lose it any faster doing intermittent fasting than just watching what you eat and making sure you're fueling your body? No, I really don't believe you will. Um, if you're fueling your body the way it needs to be fueled and you're eating nutritiously, not cutting any food groups, eating your fruits, your vegetables, your proteins, your carbohydrates, your healthy fats, all of that, and you're not cutting one thing out and you're eating what you need and not excess, you're going to lose weight. It's not going to necessarily totally matter the time frame. But if you need that really strong structure, then maybe it's something to look into. So again, it's not one size fits all. There is more than one way to do intermittent fasting or IF. And for some people, they love it and that's what they do. Um, but again, it's something that I really look at with each one of my clients individually. Is that something that they need? Is that going to provide them more structure? Is that just a thought that they have that I need to do this to lose weight because so and so said so and so did this? And, Susie Q lost 100 pounds doing intermittent fasting. Well, what was she eating during her window as well? So those are the things we really look at when I'm working with somebody and we really figure out what works for them. What is their thought around what works for them? Okay. So intermittent fasting, I get so many questions on that. That is what it is. Those are some of my thoughts. But again, it goes back to what is going to be working for you? What is going to be sustainable? Because let me say, if you go off of the intermittent fasting and go back to the way you were eating, you're going to probably put the weight back on. All right, that's why finding the sustainable, what you need, what works for you is so important. And that's what I've been doing with so many of my clients lately. We've just been crushing, dropping the pounds, thinking about food differently, thinking about the word diet differently, and changing their lifestyle to be one that is happy and healthy and productive for them. So let's chat, book a free consult if you'd like to really see, is intermittent fasting for you? Maybe you just need to dial something in a little bit more some other way. Maybe it's your thoughts and we problem solve that together. So feel free to contact me, put a comment below, shoot me a PM, or book a free call. I'll talk to you guys later.